Probably one of the most common challenges that I see with traders, those of which that come through my 12-week challenge or do one-on-one performance coaching with myself, is they're constantly attracting into their trading journey painful losses. And in this particular video, I wanted to share my theories on why this is the case, and what you can do psychologically to ensure that the losses you do experience aren't painful, but you truly do start seeing them as part of the probability model. Now, for those of you who are checking into the channel for the first time, first and foremost, welcome. My name is Bailouni, and I'm the founder of Master Your Trading Mindset, which is an education and performance coaching business. And we help retail traders all around the world break through the psychological patterns that hold them back, and ultimately help them gain consistency and funding in their journeys. Now, whenever we talk about a continuous cycle or repeating cycle, the first thing that sort of pops into my mind is that if we're constantly attracting something into our trading journey that may be perceived as painful or bad or negative, we want to have a look at the other side of that. Usually the reoccurring pain comes from a constant addiction to the fantasy. And it's our addiction to the fantasy or the positive outcome that ultimately draws in our negative reaction and our pain towards the negative outcome. And the reason why this is the case is because irrespective of where you're playing at in the journey, you're going to experience both win and loss. And both are essential for maximum growth. We need to win, we also need to lose to keep us centered to continue to grow and continue to evolve as traders. But the more we're attached to the positive outcome or the pleasure of the positive, the more the pain actually hurts on the negative side when it inevitably comes in. So whenever someone comes to me with a constant reoccurring pain in their life, I always ask them, okay, what's the specific fantasy or positive outcome you're addicted to and attached to? Because that's actually driving the pain to the other side of that. So the question here is, why do we keep experiencing very painful losses in the trading journey? The simple answer here is because of the constant addiction to the pleasurable wins as a trader. And the first and foremost, one of the most important things you can do is you can bring to your awareness, that level of self-awareness, that it's actually the addiction to the outcome of winning that drives the nightmare of losing. And I've talked about this time and time again in my previous videos, but this is why it's so important not to go into any individual position with an expectation of the outcome. Because if you're expecting a certain position to be a win, for example, or to bring you a lot of pleasure, or to bring you your FTMO or your funded account or whatever it may be, if those are the expectations that you are setting in your mind prior to the position, then when you lose all those things as well, and it's extremely painful. And if we're constantly attracting those painful losses into our journey, it's because we're constantly addicted to the positive outcome. So one of the most important things you can do is not have any expectations in the actual outcome of the position, but go to your processes and make very diligent process-based decisions of, does this align with my trading plan? If it's yes, excellent, take it. If it's a no, take a step back, reevaluate and go again. So constant painful losses are drawn into your awareness because of the addiction to the positive. It's incredibly important to take a step back and not go into positions with unrealistic expectations of what you think the market has to give you, but rather make process-based decisions according to your plan. This will significantly lower the pain of losing, and will also stop a cycle of constantly attracting painful losses into your journey because you're no longer setting unrealistic expectations on such a positive outcome. Now, if you resonate with this particular video, I'm going to encourage you guys to jump in the description and check out my Bulletproof Your Mindset tool. I only let 30 copies of that tool out per week because I personally follow up every single person who gets that tool. This tool has been helping traders all around the world lower the emotions in the market and increase their consistency. So if you don't already have a copy, jump in the description and grab one.